It's a problem every student faces at the start of a semester: textbook prices. It seems like the costs get higher each year. A recent Bureau of Labor Statistics study shows that textbook prices have risen more than 800% since 1988. Many students have reason to complain when they see their receipts.
A lot of people get frustrated because it's so expensive, but it's out of our control.
Local textbook stores have also been struggling with the prices. Colloquium bookstore representatives say that they are at the mercy of the publishers when it comes to pricing. They don't like the high prices either, but when a publisher prices a book at $200, they have to sell it for $5 more to make a profit.
Publisher sells a book to us for $200, we have to sell it for $205 so we can stay in business.
Colloquium is doing its best to help students with the high prices by offering more cost-effective alternatives. They offer textbook rentals and webbooks, which are usually much cheaper than buying a brand new book.
The company tries to rent out books. Not every title is eligible for rent. Usually custom or loose leaf books aren't, but it's a cheaper way. There's also the ebook option.
Students are struggling to make ends meet even with these low-price options. They'll just have to spend more money if they want to continue with their education. For Bobcat Update, I'm Dan Hutchison.
It's a sight we're all familiar with. Backed up cars waiting for a train to pass. And by Strand Coliseum, it occurs far too often. It takes a toll on people trying to get to work and students trying to get to class.
I take the bus a lot, and I have to go a lot of detours around it, so it takes a lot longer to get to point A to point B.
But trains aren't the only thing causing traffic to slow down. Construction hampers traffic as well. But in this case, the results will help correct the problem in the long run.
It's going to be really nice when it's done. It's going to be a lot easier to travel across this intersection, because I know that it's been a whole issue dealing with this intersection in particular with the trains.
And it's going to cause a lot of inconvenience, a lot of problems for people going to and from work, which is, it's not good for the community, but it's going to be good when it's done and all,
Officials estimate it will take about 2 years to complete the project. For Bobcat Update, I'm Claire Gross.
The north side of San Marcos is under a boil water notice issued by the city last Friday. The notice affects residents living north of Aqua Arena Springs Drive up to Yarrington Road. Anyone living in this area should boil all drink water and all water used for cooking. It's also a good idea to use a water filtration system after boiling if you have one. Microbacteria in the water can cause upset stomach if it's not treated properly. Experts say it would be a good idea to continue boiling your water for a few more days.
a friend of mine that does DJing like once a month, and I would just set up my canvas and I'd paint with his music, and we were just kind of like a duo for a little while, and we started having like a lot of the patrons at the establishment would come up and ask me questions and just really seemed to enjoy it. Just really got, and all different kinds of people, just really intrigued by what we were doing. And a friend of mine that's the manager here is Alex Daniel, approached me a few months ago and asked if I could create an actual event and bring more artists out here to this event. And I was like, yeah, I would definitely love to, because at the same time I was just joining Third Coast Visions, which is a live painting group of some of the most talented and amazing people that I've met in this realm. And so we just started it, and it's taking off really well, and people are really enjoying it.
Very cool. How did you get these other artists around here to gather every Sunday?
It's kind of like this, I knew a lot of them through this group, but I just network, and I love talking about art with people, so I meet new people every time people show up that are painters, and they come in and they say, what is this? Can I join? And I'm like, yeah, totally, dude. Like, what have you got to bring to the table? Show me some art, come up here. I go out to like Art on the Square, Art Square, the San Marcos event that's also once a month, and I just pull people in. I try to coax them in, and maybe this kind of scene isn't for everyone, but I want people to experience it and kind of decide for themselves, because when I started it was like a new opportunity. It was like a door to like just something wonderful that I'd not ever thought about before. I think the main purpose of this event is to bring culture and add a little niche from the art community to San Marcos, because it's a big thing in Austin, but not so much San Marcos, but we're hoping to bring that here.
So you're participating in this as an artist.
Yes.
How did that start out?
I've always been interested in art. It's my major for school, so here lately I've just been trying to put myself out there and do as many live events as I can just to get my name out there in the industry.
And how did you meet Jody?
I met Jody through mutual friends that participated in the original event, Create Culture, that's in Austin, and she started this here in San Marcos and asked me to join.